Adam Cup started 25 years ago. I called my dad and told him I had an idea to do a golf tournament. We had just stopped doing our annual picnic that we used to do on Memorial Day. And so, that was a big thing. We would do it out at Dad's Vineyard, and everybody would come, and it was a big party. It was very fun. And so that was kind of gone. So I called him up and said, maybe we should do a family golf tournament, and we can do, kind of replace the picnic that we used to do at the Vineyard out at the, at the golf tournament. And then we had a dinner on Saturday night at Mom and Dad's backyard, and that tradition was begun, and it's grown every year since. The signature thing is just the dinner in the backyard of my mom. That is just a beautiful place. It's the creek back there and the ambience and everything. It was magical. So that to me is probably, the signature component of the tournament.
The one thing that I hope for is that the next generation takes over the next time when we can no longer actually put it all on ourselves, that the next generation will take it on, and we can at least come like Betty comes now and shares time with all of the family and everything, because it would be great to continue to do that.
I second that. There was really no initial plan for a shirt, but my mom actually did a shirt for this one for the first year, and it was sort of spontaneous by her. And then this is the second year, and then I think I would...
Ron put this one together.
Yeah, technically these two shirts are the same year.
Yeah.
And this shirt was done by my cousin Ron, unprompted. He just showed up with a bunch of shirts. And so we had two shirts on this year. And then my dad and biggest brother kind of produced the event one year. They produced it this year, and they did this shirt, and I never let them do it again.
Because they put the wrong glass on it.
Oh, no, it's just I'm a control freak, so I did it. And then, so, I started using the embroidered version of, the logo on our... This logo is on the actual trophy, which is a beer glass. So, and then you can see we just carried it forward each and every year. I try to come up with a different color every year. And, this year it's silver was the idea, but I guess I would say dark silver is the new silver. So.
Well, I was walking in downtown Jackson and passed a little store front that said, we make shirts, imprint shirts. So I thought it'd be fun. It was I think second, maybe first. So I went in and had a bunch of shirts made.
I think this was the first year I got them. Was that really? Yeah, and I remember because
I guess I got mine.
Fletcher was opening a bottle of wine in the room, and it was like there were like 4 of those blue shirts hung up, and he was trying to push the cork in, and he pushed it in, and it just sprayed wine all over.
I actually remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
So Kyle, which one was your first shirt?
I don't remember what shirts I got when I played versus just from my dad. But
Yeah, that's true. Because I have like the 1995.
Yeah, I mean, I have
That's before I was born.
I had the dark green one, so I don't know.
You didn't play in that.
No, I didn't. No, I probably started playing.
You probably started
Around
playing in like
same
what,
time.
12?
I remember this one. I don't remember this one, but
Because I'm 15.
the-
I'm 15 for this one. For the blue one. That's
that makes
when I
sense.
started playing.
That makes sense that I started on the yellow. Yeah, I'll be around.
What's one of your favorite memories? I know that's hard because there's so many good
Well, when we would come back, it was one year they actually moved the tournament from June to August because we were coming in August, so that was pretty much fun. But every year, the most exciting thing for me, because I never played before 2 years ago, was that the kids, even though they'd been gone for years, they would get together with their cousins. It was like they were never gone. So that's always the most exciting and memorable.
It was so fun. I mean, on Saturday nights we would, just like throw crab apples across the creek at the cows, and the boys would try to hit the cows, and I would get mad at them trying to hit the cows. And I was trying to think what one of my truly favorite memories was, and when Grandpa taught me how to use, he had built this wine opener out of a golf. It had a golf club handle. It still has one. I think Danny has it.
Danny, I think, has it.
And one of those big wine openers, and just him showing me how to do it. And actually, there's a video of that year. And so that was really nice to be able to look back on, because I sort of remembered it, but to look back on and be able to see that, because he did take that opportunity to really try and connect with all the grandkids and teach us. And he's no longer with us, but he's the reason why we have the Adam Cup at all. And we got to see the vineyard earlier today. I don't really remember it because I was too little when they sold it, but it was so cool to go and see where we did run around and kind of where this whole cup was born out of.
Hello and welcome to the 25th annual Adam Cup. It is truly an amazing fact that has happened 25 times. Considering, brings a little idea when we started it. So, and it's grown into, a fantastic thing where everybody comes from so far.
Oh, yeah, I helped
So,
her out with that.
thank you all for coming, and I'm going to start the way I always start. Proposing a toast to all of those who have played through previous players and spouses and family members. Here's to that. Cheers. Now, on that note, I was talking to Dominic, who is the head pro who we were stressing out this morning due to our last minuteness, but and also partially it's on me because 9:15 it wasn't on my agenda for some reason, and we found out at the last minute. So anyway, we all kind of got off, which thank you for rallying as was needed. But as I had been speaking to him and leading up to this, he told me that they were putting the names of the senior people who were in the seniors at Castle Oaks, and they were putting them on a bench at Castle Oaks, and that my dad's name was going to be on there. And so I was riding with Steve, and all of a sudden it's like, I remember it, And so I was like, oh, I gotta, check into that. And so when I got back, I talked to Teresa, who was in the clubhouse, and so she went out and said, oh, well, let me go look. Because I just wanted to know where it was. I thought maybe it was on a hole or something or whatever. But it's right out in front of the pro shop. It's like if you were going to be, it's a bench directly between the driving range and the pro shop. And now, Dad's name is not on it yet. There's a bunch of people who are on it. Dad's not on it. Teresa was like, I don't understand why he's not on it. So she's going to apparently do something about it. But yeah, it's worth looking into down the road just to see if, when they do it. So that's something to look forward to. Let's see. Amy had the idea to do a video, which we're doing, and hi, YouTube.
And
so, one of the things that we were talking about outside was, what are your favorite memories, and so on. And so, feel free to share yours with our friend here. And so my favorite memory wasn't really a memory, it was just, the backyard and the whole idea of doing the dinner back there and so forth. But my new favorite memory is asking my sister-in-law where Jim is and her going, STFU. So that's my current favorite memory.
Classic.
It could change again in an hour or so. So
I don't even know those initials.
I'll tell you later.
Thank you.
Yeah. The second one is up. Or the last one is up. Okay, so
That's how I live, my man.
Yeah.
Everything is right.
So thanks to everyone who's traveled so far. The Tortoriches for sure. I mean, they've come from so far, but no, all over America and the West. The people travel to the Allen Cup, and
From Montana.
it's humbling. Yes. And so, thanks for that. I would also just like to ask for a round of applause for my mother, who hosts the party too. Your generation is still standing, Mom. And if the Brexit referendum was taken, I'm sure it would be unanimous for you not to leave.
No Brexit, no Betty exit.
Okay, and also, I have noticed that there are many people who've already been here, the veterans, the seasoned veterans, are well aware of the dessert table over there. So, Annette, thank you for... Very much appreciated. Okay, and there's a new tradition that is going to be a tradition that happens hopefully only once in my life, and that is I'm going to award the prizes for last year's winners tonight. Oopsie-daisy. That might be. Depending on who wins, it could take longer next year. There's a long freaking story about this, and I honestly think I did try to do it last July, and I have this genius idea. You might even have seen, Laird showed, it's a gift card, and it had the Adam Cup logo, and, it's got, Kathy Garville, Adam Cup champion, blah, blah, blah. And so, it was great. And so tried to do it, and then they changed, the lawyers got involved. And it's like, oh, it's a logo. You can't have a logo. So, and I'm like, it's not a logo. It's, for one thing, they're defunct, but I didn't tell them that. I said, it's not a logo. We make our own beer. I have nephews who make their own beer, and that's their label, and so it's not a logo.
So you were lying.
I did. I flagrantly lied on the internet, and they didn't buy it.
Please run for president so I can vote.
Right. So, who knows how to when to lie and how to lie? That's true. No, so although then I googled the Adam Cup logo or something like that, or anyway, I Googled the picture or whatever it was, and it's like boom, boom. I mean, it came right up. All they had to do was one Google search and it was done. You just put Adam Cup and then do images. There it is. So it's they mixed it. So there was this long. I mean, first of all, I got mad. It's like this. I'm like, so I'm gonna try another vendor. No, try another vendor. No. Turns out they're all the same friggin' vendor. It's just a bunch of people use the same thing. So as it turns out, I finally just, they kept saying, just use a picture. And so finally, I did, and so this card is a picture of the 18th green with my dad's flag. So, next year, I might be smart enough, if I remember to do it tomorrow, then to take pictures of the winners and then put them on there. So, we'll see. But in any event, I'll just hand these out now. Kathy Darville, Adam Cup champion. That one has been opened because I wanted to check it.
Honestly, I think that flag might be smarter than any of the other nominees for president.
Well, that's true. Nancy Tatone, Adam Cup champion. Well, you know, if you're not here, maybe you don't get them.
I'll take
Okay, so Nancy, while you're up, Greg Berglund, Dave Flores.
Come on, Greg and Dave, you wusses, where are you? Oh, not drinking.
Yeah,
Watching
you're
it.
probably playing, you know,
Oh,
Nance,
yeah,
hold on.
There it
This
is.
is getting boring beyond words, Nance. I'll
They're
just walk.
snuggling in their little comfort.
They also won long drive, and just give that to them. They won long drive and close to the hole also last year. Yeah, I know. I hate them. Yeah. I hate them. And then,
Of course they won it.
Mike Eichner, white courtesy telephone, please. This is you. Mike Eichner, longest drive.
Woo! Mike!
Actually, Mike Eichner, longest walk.
Mike,
I think the end
There you go.
you got longest drive and longest sleeves.
I know, right?
I think that's it. Oh my God, that's not good. It's time to do, it says song intro on here, so that could be bad.
Richard has never sung on key in the history of the planet Earth.
So you know, for this year, you know, some years the song comes easy. This year didn't come that easy. But the idea behind what I was trying to do was kind of inspired by a thing that I do every year down in San Diego. A friend of mine has ALS, and they do a walk. And on Saturday night they do a party.
Yes, sir.
They do the walk on Sunday, and Saturday night they do a party, and they do it in his backyard, and all their family comes, and it feels like the Adam Cup. It really does. And just the vibe of that whole thing. And so when I was telling somebody about it, or I think I posted on Facebook about it or something, and I said it's a time or a place where family and friends become indistinguishable. And I really feel that way about this event, is that, you know, the distinction between family and friends becomes pretty meaningless. We're all just together. And so that is the sort of thread about of this song. And because of my musical ability, I'll tell you the name of the song so that, because you might not recognize it if I don't. But it's an old Creedence Clearwater revival tune called Lodi. Actually, it's Lodi. I thought it was Stuck in Lodi again, but it's actually just called Lodi. Yeah, it's what Duncan and Diana are living. Okay, here we are. All right, and here we go. Years ago, an idea hit my brain, rallying friends and family for a party weekend laid its claim. Oh yeah, time for a family of friends. Jim wears Gollum's golf shoes. Peter breakfasts at 3 a.m. Larry buys rounds for all us clowns till the leaders hit the ground. I drink wine and pay no mind to whining with no end. It's on, time for a family of friends. Can't read in my glasses. Thanks to the band.
Sorry. It was.
Cousins both young and old, still act like a bunch of teens. Molly's crew could fill the zoo, always here on the scene. While Sean and Mick and John lose all control out on the grassy knoll. Once more, time for a family of friends.
That's the whole new world, isn't it?
Where's about ready?
Okay, here we go.
Backup singers.
One more. I would not trade a moment, not one that we have shared. A backyard creek, a net should hush, or that pirate known as Mush. Adam Cup means the world to me, it's love beyond compare. Oh yeah, time for a family of friends. Always time for a family of friends. Take a bow.
Okay.
What JoJo's grandpa taught him, how to box out under the basket.
Holy cow. Holy cow, isn't that what it's all about? So I'm privileged to talk about the silver. Walk over this way. The silver, so I can see her. The silver anniversary of the Adam Cup with a most majestic silver-haired woman sitting right there, which is my. It's not Nana. It's my mother, Betty Adam, and this is. I just love this. This is actually, candidly, this is what the Adam family has always been about, which is generations running amok. It's just what generation is going to be running amok at my time. Sometimes it's more than one. And of course, here we are. So I actually have some stuff here that's, I think, entertaining and meaningful, but I have to read it because I could never memorize this sort of thing. But from a personal and just getting down to it, my mother, well, the generation that started all of this was the generation above us. And they were smart enough and loving enough and insightful enough to know that this could maybe mean something. And 25 years ago, it started with 3 foursomes and my mother saying, "Holy cow, guys, why don't you go out and play some golf, and I'll make something, I'll cook something up, and y'all come back, and here we go." And that's how it all started. And here we are. I'm going to say, Mother, that I don't know how this sort of stuff happens, but I was like trying to think about what I should say or do, and when I was leaving my motel room tonight, I walked out of the room. I was on the second floor of the Amber Inn. I walked out the room and I noticed something kind of scraped me. I'm not lying about this. Noticed something scraping. I looked down and I went, "God dang it, I haven't tied my shoes." And I went, you know, my mom wouldn't have let me leave the room without tying my shoes. My mom wouldn't let me leave the house without tying my shoes. I don't know, that's just a weird deal. So, it just made me think of you. I mean, how the hell did I wander out of the, and I literally knelt down on one knee, tied my shoes, well, I didn't tie my shoes, and I went, I feel like a 12-year-old boy that should have tied his shoes before he left the house, which is, of course, what I always was before I left your house. So, I love you very much. All of us love you very much. And you and your generation have given all of us the opportunity to have this sort of event and this sort of life. And in today's, I'm just going to say this briefly, in today's kind of crazy political environment, we owe you and your generation so much to try to keep on track and keep all of us on track to keep our country and our lives the way that it should be and needs to be. So I'm going to try to open these things up and give you an idea, Mom, of what it means to have you as the maternal patriarch of this event, but also the founding matriarch of what we all should be going forward. I'm going to turn the paper around now.
Choose time.
I'm going to try to get through this. Jim, can you help me?
Anything you need, my man.
Right here. There is but one and only one whose love will fail you never. One who lives from sun to sun with constant fond endeavor. There is but one and only one on earth, there is no other. In heaven, a noble work was done when God gave us a mother. There's a little humor to something. All women become like their mothers, that is their tragedy. No man does, that is his. Oscar Wilde. I love this one. A man loves his sweetheart the most, his wife the best, and his mother the longest. mom. A mother loves a blessing, no matter where you roam. Keep her while she's living, you'll miss her when she's gone. Love her as in childhood, though feeble, old, and gray, for you'll never miss a mother's love till she's buried beneath the clay.
Pizza.
There you go, Mom. God could not be everywhere, so he invented mothers. You knew that, didn't you? I love you, Mom.
I love you too.
This tournament would not be what it is without that
Maybe next year. Let me tell you what I tell all my kids. The reason why you can't do it is because I'm this big and you're this big.
My grandma and grandpa, the patriarchs of this family, had 5 kids. And of those 5 kids, there were what? 15 grandkids. 12 of the 15 grandkids are Uncle Lou and Aunt Betty and my mom. Okay, so and so that the Adam Cup is, as far as the population of the people who play in the Adam family, is almost all entirely Uncle Lou and my mom. And so this is, we drifted all over the country for years and years, and actually got to get back with my cousins that I hadn't seen hardly any of for a long, long time. And so this is, our favorite thing to do every year. We start calling each other like January. When's the Adam Cup? When's the Adam Cup? Got the room, who's going to get there, blah, blah, blah. We talk about this like all spring. And it really is one of the greatest things in the Adam family that we've ever had. Because the Adam family is, and I talked to Peter about this, I think it was at Daniel's wedding, but we're really kind of a clan. It's like we all know each other, all for one and one for all, and it's a really, really great thing that this Adam Cup has done to kind of bring the grandpa and grandpa's grandkids together, pretty much, and all their kids, got to be like 50 of them. And you're going to see in the future, and seeing it now, that me and my brothers and Uncle and Aunt Betty's kids, their kids are now got kids of their own that are starting to get up to play the game. This is probably going to go on for the remainder of the 21st century. After global warming melts the earth, the last person left to hit a golf ball is going to be an Adam. Okay.
Today we celebrate yet another Adam Cup golf tournament. Probably the pinnacle of most of our lives in terms of yearly weekend events. I think we can all agree on. Family, friends, competition, countrymen. One of the greatest events possibly conceived ever. To hit on my favorite personal memory would be actually my first Adam Cup event. My cousin Adam and I, first name, not his last name, were tasked with taking pictures of all the golfers at the golf course. And due to an unfortunate family emergency, several of the cousins, I believe Ronnie, had to leave, and Adam and I were thrust into the mix. Officially, our first Adam Cup on the second day, and had the privilege of playing with Dick Adam, Uncle Dick. And I can honestly say I've been hooked on golf ever since. I've played in this tournament ever since. And with all the fun memories and great times in this tournament, honestly, spending that day with Uncle Dick still stands out among my favorite memories. Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it was fun. And I loved every minute of it.